Hi, chat. Forgot to brush my teeth. Went and did that real quick. Did you brush your teeth this morning? Go do it right now. This is for my friends who put needles in their vein, who society erased. This is forgotten by plotting you. I'm not as much of a weeb as I used to be. But dude, I have a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo right on my fist. I'm surprised you knew that, Stank. What about this? Got a gun out there in my purse. And never, if you forgive me, and forgive me because of the way I was brought up. But I'll tell you one thing. If you make another decent proposal around... Oh, shit. Messed it up. I haven't listened to this song in forever. From a rooster to a hen with one shot. No! Okay, the song's kind of mid. It's just the beginning's super sick. All right, we should start this shit, yeah?
Doom shot motherfucker.
Bald L. Bald Wesker Main. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna die first. Hands up!
HXY pumpkin.
What? What a fucking phenomenal game! I love it! It's so fucking fun! Yippee! Hello everyone, good day, how's it going? We're having a fantastic day, it's Sunday! Woo! Good day, hi, hello, what up? How you doing? Having a good one? Great, fantastic. Sorry for the metal intro to all the non-metal heads out there. I know, I don't normally play metal too much. Even though I am a metal enjoyer, I don't play it too much on stream. It's hard on the ears, you know? So, but, you know, I do enjoy my metals. I do's. Anyways, we are going to vibe out a little bit at the start here, just yap for a few. I have some videos that maybe we could check out, or maybe we check Reddit, or we just yap for, I don't know. We might yap 2 hours, and we might yap 1 hour, and we might yap 30 minutes. And then we're going to go play Elden Ring for the remainder of the stream. I'm really hoping that we can beat it, like, today. Or tomorrow, maybe. I'm kind of ready to move on to the next game. Even though I'm, like, really enjoying it, like, streaming content-wise, I don't really enjoy the content stream-wise. But the game is really fun. But, you know, I want to beat it on stream so people don't say I didn't beat it, you know? So I got to do that. I got to do that at least. My hair looks clean and brushed. Yeah, it's because I showered 2 days ago or something like that. Yep. Yep, we cruising. Same t-shirt 3 days in a row. Okay, dude, what the fuck are you doing judging me wearing the same t-shirt? The hell is... How do you even remember that shit, for one, okay? And for two, why do you give a shit, okay? The more I wear the same t-shirt, the less I have to do laundry. That's just using your noggin, I'll have you know. It doesn't really smell. It legit doesn't smell. If anything, it smells cleaner than me. It does. It smells cleaner than me. Because I probably need to put some more deodorant on. But my shirt kind of has like a smell to it. So if anything, my shirt's probably cleaner than me, bro. Plus, I never go outside. Like, if I were to wear this outside, I wouldn't wear it again. But I've been wearing it indoors for 3 days straight. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I've been wearing these pants for like a week straight, bro. The Free the Sheep. I need to order more of these things. These things are fucking god tier pants, bro. I would show you. Well, I don't know. Can I show you guys without like getting banned? But it has like a fuzzy inside. It's really comfy in the cold. It's like so good. It has a fuzzy inside, so it makes it really comfortable. No, I don't know what it's called. I don't know, but it's comfy as heck. So, yeah, these I've showed this stuff on stream. The Free the Sheep, they do like clothing designed for people with anxiety and stuff. So their clothing is designed to help with anxiety. I have this big cloak thing that I wear from time to time, but I don't really wear it too much on stream just because it's kind of heavy. It's more of something like I'll wear and like lay in bed or something. But, yeah. Does it work? I'm going to wear my sweater on an airplane. I could show you it if you care. But, yeah, they make a whole sweater that has, like, stimming stuff on it. It also has, like, a hood with, like, eye covers, ear covers. You can, like, zip it all the way. And I'm going to wear that on the flight. So I'll be able to really let you know. I've worn it before, and I mean, it's just a comfy jacket. But it'll be nice to put it to the test when I'm actually flying. You want to actually see it? Give me a sec. I can grab it. Had to get it off the rack. This is it. Which is pretty fucking cool. So it's really fucking big. It has this for stimming. The eye covers. And it has ear stuff. And all of that fun stuff. Has the thumb holes. I could put it on, but then I have to take it off because I'm not wearing this, but all I know is this shit's gonna be comfy AF going in the damn airport. That's what I do. That's what I do know. Fuck it, I'll put it on. It is super comfy. So I'm curious how it'll do. But see, you can like, this is what I'm gonna do on the airplane because I'm gonna get super fucked up to go on the airplane. Like I'm gonna pop some Xannies. And pop some Dramamine. Dramamine's for motion sickness. Xanax for anxiety. And it's going to make me want to sleep like crazy. So then I'm going to, up here, I can put this down. Obviously get the hair out of my face. And then you can zip. And then I can just sleep. I'm going to sleep like that on the airplane, hopefully. But yeah, it's just like super comfy, super puffy. I don't wear it a lot because it needs to actually be cold out because it is very thick. But it's actually cold out in Austin, so I'm going to wear it on my flight. But yeah, I love it. I'm not sponsored, but this is Free the Sheep. Free the Sheep. They make a bunch of different anxiety stuff. The cloak is my personal favorite. Well, the jogger sweatpants is my favorite. And then the cloak is probably my second favorite. And I do know they make like regular sweaters that aren't so like crazy as this one, where it has like all the stuff. But even like you see how it's like lined, and then it has a lining here. So it is like big time designed for being super comfy, to help you like relax. And then it's meant to design like so you can zip this. And then you see how it has the ear muffs. So like I can basically like shut everything out and help myself like stop stimming the fuck out. Help with the anxiety.
Apparently,
But
we're having a
obviously,
baby.
I'm
Bless
gonna
a
do
homie.
this when I'm trying to go to sleep, and it'll be sick because it has the padding, so I can actually like have like a little pillow on my side. Yeah, I'm like stoked with it. I love it. Hold on. Yeah, that's that. They say it. Imagine when it shrinks. Honestly, I would like it if it shrunk a little bit, to be honest. It hasn't shrunk though. So, yeah, but it's a little bit big. I like my stuff oversized though, personally. But I'm very excited for that. I don't know. This is either a large or an XL. I'm not sure. I usually get larges or XLs. Sometimes I get double XLs. But I like my clothes baggy. Well, at least like my shirts and stuff. I probably legit should be wearing like larges and mediums, but I like oversized. It's because I have a fucked up body, dude. I have a long torso. So it's like fucked. Basically, it's either I get shirts that are too baggy, but they like fit my torso right, or I get shirts that are fit my like body more correctly, but then it feels like I'm wearing like a hoochie mama shirt or something like that, like my tummy shows. So I don't know. I just always go oversized. That's kind of the plan. What am I doing with Molly? She'll be okay. I'm gonna leave her here for a week. She has an auto feeder, auto water thing. The water thing fills up with like a shit ton of water, and it filters. And then we have the auto feeder as well. Well, I have the auto feeder. It's just me, but yeah, she'll be okay. I've left her for a week before, and she always does good. I might set up a little camera in the living room just to kind of keep an eye on her, make sure she's okay. I'll probably do that. Put a little camera in the living room just to be able to peep in on her, make sure she's okay. But I know she'll be all right. She's done it before, and she always handles it really well. If anything, she'll be kind of happy that I'm probably gone. The only thing she's gonna miss is she won't get her nighttime snuggles. We always snuggle at night. Like, it's just at this point, it's like locked in. Anytime I get in bed, she comes in and we cuddle for like, could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour before I go to bed and stuff like that. But that's probably the one thing that she's gonna like be bummed about, because yeah, that's the deal. And her wet food, yeah, she won't get any wet food during the week. But I mean, to be honest, she don't really need the wet food. I just spoil her. Oh my god. He definitely fucking. He might not be fucking top quality, but he definitely fucking. I think he's the type that just fuck anything that will fuck him. You know those people. Oh god. Oh my god.
His name is Rick, and where you from, Rick?
Arizona,
Arizona. How many times you say you've been here?
40 times.
Many times.
The wild women, the wild women, the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. God, if I ever get like that, please just put me out of my misery. Oh my God, bro. Chill the hell out, bro. You're like 60 years old, man. Chill. Chill, dude. Chill. Like, you can be a horn dog if you want, but you don't need to be this upfront about it. Holy, dude. Holy, man. Anyways, thank you guys again for the subs. Appreciate it. So we have some fun stuff we can do. Sorry to yap about a sweater for the last 10 minutes, but people asked about it, so I figured I'd share it for any other people that maybe deal with anxiety. It's a pretty cool little clothing brand. Not sponsored, just like their stuff. So yeah, if you decide to get anything from them, let me know how you like it. Because I kind of want to get like a lighter jacket. That one's really heavy. I kind of think like a lighter jacket might be kind of cool, or like pullover thing. But anyways, yeah, weed promos. Oh, for like Delta 8. Yeah, but I don't smoke weed no more. Dude, should we eat a bunch of gummies tonight? Holy shit, the wild women, the ripping and the tear. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we don't. No, I'm quitting. You didn't hear? I'm quitting weed. I no longer have any carts. I've gone through all my carts, and I have 5 gummies left. Technically, I do have a THC drink too, but maybe I should just chug that down today. Get it out of here. I didn't really like it that much when I had it the first time. You've been quitting for years? It's because I'm one fucking single dude that like doesn't date, doesn't have any interests, don't have any friends. So it's literally me just consuming this stuff. And like I always just buy a bunch so I don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So like whenever I'd get like, 2 or 3 carts, a bag or 2 of gummies, this, that, the other. Like, so I'd just kind of stock up every time I would get. So that way I could just go for months without having to restock. But now I'm quitting, so yeah. I could show you guys all the Delta 8 I have left. It's really not a lot. It's 5 gummies and a drink. That's it. Like, we are almost through. Like, I could literally finish that all today if I wanted. Like, I could eat 5 gummies and drink the whole drink. And don't get me wrong, I'd be blitzed AF, but I could. I don't think I'm going to, unless like I'm not going to stream tomorrow, then maybe I would be down. But yeah, I kind of want to stream tomorrow. I'm not going to be streaming Tuesday. I have some pretty cool stuff going on Tuesday, and I'll share some more with you guys as it keeps progressing. But obviously I have therapy Thursday. I normally take Thursdays off anyways. But we're going to keep progressing the character I'm going to be voice acting in a horror game, which is really exciting. I have a meeting with the guy. Apparently they have some stuff where I can start voicing. So yeah, I don't want to give too much spoilers about it, other than it is a horror game. So yeah. Really, yeah. I got one of the indie devs from a horror game messaged me, asked if I would like to voice act one of their characters for a new game they're doing. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's do it. I'm not going to have like a big role. I don't want a big role. They're not paying me anything. I don't really care for any money either. It's just cool to have the opportunity to do it. But I'm going to be like I'm going to be like a main character, side character, if that makes any sense. It's like one of the main people-ish, but he's like more of a side character. He's not really like one of the main people as far as my understanding is. So, yeah. I don't know if the character dies. Although I guess I wouldn't really share even if I did. But as far as I know, the character doesn't die. It would be cool if it did, though. I would love to do a horror movie and be the person that dies in a horror movie. That would be sick. Yeah, it'll be cool. So, yeah, I'm going to talk with them on Tuesday, kind of get a direction of maybe where they want me to go with the voice. Like, do they want like a more like rough and gruff guy? Do they kind of want this like more like squeaker, like me being kind of rowdy and yelly like I do sometimes, or I get more high pitch? It definitely seems like a more rough and gruff character, but we'll see how they maybe want me to do. I'm not going to do Kyle St. Kyle. Nah, this character ain't Kyle St. Kyle. Not at all. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to voice it. They'll give me more direction of where they are looking for the voice, and then I'll just probably yap a few things in a call on Tuesday and see what they like, and then they'll give me the lines, then I'll recruit it or record it all. So it should be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. I could have done a great weed smoker, but this guy's not a weed smoker. He's just like a badass, like military dude. You'll see. It'll make sense when you see it. Yo, Zachy, thank you for the 31s. Here's to another month of God Gaming Badass You. Looney Tunes Rush. Thank you, Zachy. So, yeah, I'm really... I got to get this guy off of my screen. I'm really excited about it, though. I've never actually voice acted a character in a game. I've done some voice acting stuff for just shits and giggles. Nothing like in a game or in a movie or in a TV show or anything like that. Some of you guys know I've done extra roles in the past. I tried to be an actor when I was like a lot younger, but being an actor is very hard. So I kind of shifted into wanting to do radio. And then from radio, I've shifted to live streaming. So it's been a bit of an adventure, but it'll be fun to just get in touch with my improv side and just do a silly voice for this character. And I hope I can bring the character to life. That's really what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to like just pretend like I'm in that character's head and go with it. So it should be fun. I'm stoked. It's very hard to get into acting. Yeah, you pretty much almost just need to get like lucky. And I mean, I guess it's like streaming, right? You kind of need to get lucky. Like there is a certain skill to it. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to be acting and then just like constantly like staring at the camera. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of it is luck, looks, and kind of the vibe you get off as far as like how you go. I always got casted as just like a skater boy or like a scene emo kid. That was always my thing, obviously. So it makes a lot of sense, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted on the character and how the game goes and all that. My understanding, and I believe I can share this, hopefully I don't get shot for saying this, but it's going to be like a Resident Evil type of game. So it should be kind of cool. I'm excited to see what it is. See what it is. I have seen a little bit of the gameplay, but yeah, so should be cool. Should be cool. Should be fun. It is an indie game. Keep that in mind. But it looks good. Looks good. Yeah, voice filters. I could technically do some voice filters, but I don't think I'm gonna need to for this character. I don't think so. I think me just doing like a rough voice, or even I honestly might even be able to just voice it as myself, but I kind of want to act a little bit in the voice and not just do me normally. So we'll see. I'll see what they want. I'm talking to them on Tuesday. I don't know if they want me saying the name or anything like that yet, so I don't really want to I'll ask them on Tuesday if I'm allowed to share the details and this, that, the other. I just don't want to like piss them off, you know, because it's a cool opportunity and I don't need to be like, yeah, it's this game where it's this and that, and then you do this, and then there's these type of monsters in it, and this, that. Like, and then they get all super pissed off that I like shared too much info before the game's even ready. You know, it's still being worked on. It's not even done. So, yeah. So I'll ask them on Tuesday what I'm allowed to share and what they don't want me to share, and then I can probably tell you guys on Wednesday. So I'm probably not streaming Tuesday. Just actually, let me say that I'm not streaming on Tuesday because I'm not going to stream Tuesday. Shouldn't say probably, even though I say probably all the time. I'm not streaming Tuesday. So yeah. But after Tuesday, we should be streaming pretty much nonstop until I leave for Florida on the 22nd. I don't want to go. No, it's here so fast, bro. What the fuck? I gotta go, though. I can't cancel. I canceled the last time I was supposed to go to Florida, like months ago. I can't cancel again. I gotta go. It'll be okay once I'm there, but man, I am not looking forward to it. I am not looking forward to it at all. Well, yeah, I'm going to see family since I didn't want to see family during Thanksgiving or Christmas time because traveling during those times is awful and I hate traveling in general, so it's just going to be miserable. But the reason why I want to force myself to do this is because, one, it would be nice to see my family, right? And two, this is a good test for will I do TwitchCon this year, because I really want to do TwitchCon. The moment they announce TwitchCon, I'm going to get my tickets and get my hotel and all that stuff. So, assuming I can do okay with this flight and handle it okay and whatnot, I'm going to go to TwitchCon this year. So, I haven't been to TwitchCon in 4 years, 5 years. It's been quite a while. I think 4 years, maybe 4 years, probably. So, actually, yeah, it's probably been 4 years. So yeah, should be cool. Anxiety already kicking in? Yes, pretty much my anxiety. You'll start to see my anxiety get really bad in this like few days before. This is when my anxiety gets really bad. You guys even see me get like it with just like boring stuff where like, I think I'm slightly acoustic, but like when I maybe some of you guys do this stuff too, but when I have something that's like going on someday, it like cripples me where like I can't focus on other stuff until that particular task gets completed. And I like get held up really bad until I finish that task. And I hate it so much because like, I have the whole day ahead of it. Like, I don't have to worry about it until tomorrow. But for some reason, it always affects me like the day or two before. And yeah, it just sucks because I start to hyper focus on it, which just gives me more anxiety on it for literally no reason. But yeah, overthinking problems. Yippee! Yeah, I wish I didn't do that, but I've heard it's pretty common. Yeah, I mean you can classify it as a bunch of different things. I've heard it's from ADHD. It can be from BPD. It can be from autism. There's just a bunch of things that trigger it. So I don't really know what I am. I do know I have ADHD. I know I have that. My therapist doesn't think I have BPD, so I don't think I have that, even though I do have a lot of the symptoms that come with it. And I've never been tested for autism, but to be honest, the older I get, the more I just kind of feel like we're all on the spectrum, to be honest. Just some are more autistic than others, to be fair. That's kind of how I feel, low-key kind of feel about it. Everyone's fucking weird in their own way, right? Speaking of autism, this is actually pretty cool. I was debating if we should watch it before we start doing some games today. If not, we'll probably watch some more of the unbelievable moments that we were watching yesterday. I just like this video, but this is a really cool. So this is Harvard scientists. Basically are doing tests on these children that have autism to see if they're telepathic, and they actually are passing a lot of these tests with telepathy. It's really weird and kind of interesting. It looks kind of cool. So might be something fun to check out. I don't really know, but there's a bunch of stuff to it. So it could be something cool to check out. I'm just thinking of different stuff that we could do before I jump into video games, because I know there's a lot of people out there that do not like Elden Ring whatsoever. I hear you guys loud and clear, but I would like to beat it, so I'm going to do that before we jump into anything.
So I'm gonna give you a number.
We'd blindfold and then show her mother a random number generator, a random picture generator.
The kid will say, "I'm reading your mind," and then they do a few little experiments.
We did various tests, and she was right every time.
Their kids can see things that they simply can't.
Her answer is 100% accurate.
What is the second number?
6! Oh my God! Oh my
We think of as woo-woo or this airy-fairy stuff, but it's true.
Autistic individuals have these incredible abilities.
The science behind this is so much bigger than our knee-jerk reactions of truth.
We have everyone on the crew.
Seems kind of cool, right? The idea of it. I don't know. To be honest, I know a lot of people like to shit on like autistic people, but I actually think autistic people can be like incredibly smart, like way smarter than normal people. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's something going on with some sort of telepathic thing going on, like dead ass. I feel like they unlock a different part of their brain that, you know, quote unquote normal people. I mean, who's to say what's really normal? But they don't have access to. So, yeah. They usually are? Yeah, I would say so. It's not always. Like, there's certain things that maybe they will struggle with, but then there's other things they super excel with, right? So that I always thought was kind of interesting. I don't know. Could be fun, maybe. I think everyone's pretty unique. I actually think everyone's pretty unique, Turin. The reason why we're not super unique is because we're all brainwashed as children to kind of grow up into what society is and what's good for society and what's good for economy and what's good for building up and all that sort of stuff. You're kind of brainwashed into doing this, brainwashed into doing that, brainwashed into doing, and it's just like slammed into your head over and over and over and over again that that's what you view as the acceptable way to live. But the way that we currently live doesn't have to actually be the way that we live. We could be completely different. But this is just the way that it went, right? Indoctrinated, that's another way of putting it. I just say brainwashed because that's kind of how I feel about it, but it would be low-key kind of interesting to see what would happen to people if we weren't just like force-fed a bunch of stuff. We're force-fed to consume for capitalism, force-fed to do this and that for society. That's why people push a lot of like having babies and stuff like that, because it's good for society, because it keeps you locked in the system. Where now you have children, you are getting your children into the school, you are consuming, you are buying a house, you're consuming more, then you're telling your kids to have kids and this, that, the other. And don't get me wrong, I think there's a primal want and need for humans to want to have babies, but a lot of it I think is pushed for, you know, capitalism is what it is. And that's why a lot of people judge you when you say you don't want to have children or this, that, the other. It's the same thing with religion. I feel like religion is heavily pushed because it's what's good for society and stuff like that as well. Not necessarily because it's right or wrong. And the only reason why I say that is just because I really tried to find God. I don't really want to go into this topic too much, but I really did try to find God. That shit just doesn't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. I don't know if it ever will, unless God himself comes down, or herself, or itself comes down and it's like, yo, what's up? I'm God. This is what I want, dog. You know, then I'd be like, all right, cool, that makes sense. Yeah. You know, but until that happens, it don't really make a lot of sense to me. And I know I don't really, I'm not trying to trigger the people that are religious. Be religious, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not here to shit on your religion. This is just my take as someone that has kind of gone down the Jewish route and gone down the Christian route. Those are the only two religions I've dived into. So, you know, I haven't dived into a ton. Everyone has their own things in different religions, but after those two specifically, I just have chosen not to really believe in God. So, yeah. That's just me, though. I'm not here to tell you not to believe in God. I kind of wish I did believe in God. I'll explain why. Tristan! Thank you for the cheer, dude! 9 months! We having a baby. Baby. Thank you so much, Tristan. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, fuck. I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. Well, there goes that. Sucks to suck. My brain is bad. I forgot what I was going to say. Something about sharing something, but I completely blanked it. My brain's broken. God damn it. The one thing I can recommend to you guys is never smoke weed. Well, do smoke weed, but don't smoke weed if you want to have good memory. And people get mad at me that I forget their fucking names. Bro, I forgot what I was talking about literally 30 seconds ago, okay? Don't get mad at me for forgetting your name. I'm sorry. I'll remember your face. I'll forget your name within 5 seconds of meeting you, bro. Like, that's just how it goes. Speedy, thank you for the 55 months. What was I saying? I actually wish.
Hands up!
James, thank you for the 65 months. Appreciate it. Well, who cares? We made a bunch of subs, so that's more important than caring about my opinion about religion, because at the end of the day, my opinion about religion means jack shit. So, yeah. Yeah.
Hands up!
I know I was talking about God and stuff, but I forgot what I was gonna. I forgot what I was saying.
I wish I could force myself to believe too. Would be easier
if
to
I
just
like had
think
a
I will
clip
be
of
taken
it, I'd
care of
probably
if I'm
be
a good
instantly
person.
reminded. Or if someone just said like the last few things I was saying, I'll be instantly jogged in. But no one said anything as far as like what I was just saying. SK, thank you for the 5 months. I hear you. I wish I could force myself to believe too. Would be this thing. Oh yeah. Okay, that's actually okay. Now I see you guys. Okay, the reason why I was saying I wish I believed in God and stuff like that, and kind of where you're at, SK. Thank you again. Is because it would just be so nice to just be blindly accepted. There's not many things you can do in life and just be blindly accepted by people. But you can just verbatim, no matter what sort of background you're from, you could be the most garbage human being in the world and just say you believe in XYZ God, and now you're accepted in that group. And that is probably the one thing that I really wish, because I love that aspect of like religion, where it's almost like culty in a way. And you're just included no matter who you are, what you are. I think that's cool. On the flip side, though, no offense, don't get mad, religious people. A lot of these people are the most judgmental people I've ever encountered in my entire life. That's another reason I got pushed away from religion, because they preach, you know, oh, love and acceptance and this, that, love thy neighbor, this, that, the other. And then they're the most judgmental people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, how does that make sense? I wanted to join your religion because I want to be all fucking badass, love each other, let's all lift each other up, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not the case. Like, I don't know. And what I mean by the blindly accepted stuff is like there's a lot of people that are like murderers, rapists, pedophiles, this, that, the other. And then they just say, I accept XYZ into my heart and I accept this. And then they're just accepted into that community. It's like, motherfucker, no. This bitch touched little kids. I don't care who the fuck they are. No. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense for your goddamn religion. No. Why are you accepting this person in? But because I have a fucking tattoo, I'm a fucking Satanist and I'm the demon devil? What the fuck, bro? Nah, fuck that shit. So, anyways, yeah. That's a whole nother topic, but yeah. Yeah. Well, the reason why I know about the judgmental stuff, you know, some of the other stuff I'm embellishing a little bit, but the judgmental stuff I'm not embellishing because when I was going to church or to temple or just even being around religious people, they were some of the most judgmental people. They were some of the people that felt like they needed to save me, which is just so weird to do that to someone. Like, I don't know, like it's just weird. And that's kind of what pushed me away a lot is the judgment and yeah, mostly the judgment, honestly, more so than believing in XYZ God. Yep. Anyways, and yeah, well, we don't need to go all the way down there, but you know, at the end of the day, it all comes down to, I just don't understand why a God would create us and then have so much violence and murder and death and hatred and war and viruses, diseases, things that just kill off people like in rapid succession. It just doesn't make sense to me. If he or she is supposed to be an all-loving God, you know, like that is just weird to me. What God does that? I love my children. That's why I need to massacre millions of you. Oh, don't worry. God's just testing you. That's just a test. A test for what? How to deal with grief because my fucking mother just died? Like, what do you, you know, like, what are you testing me on, bro? Anyways, sorry. We just shouldn't go down a religious topic. I don't normally talk about religion on stream because at the end of the day, I just believe that you should believe in whatever you want, and I'm not going to judge you on your belief as long as you don't judge me on how I choose to live my life, right? That's pretty much how I feel. If you're a cool person, you're a cool person, and that's all I give a shit about. That's it. Don't matter your religion, doesn't matter how you grew up, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, doesn't matter what gender you identify as, doesn't matter if you're gay, lesbian, straight, whatever. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. As long as you're a cool ass person, that's it. And that's kind of what I try to keep with my community here, right? We have people varying heavily in their opinions on real life that come into the stream and stuff like that. And, you know, some people like to try to police it a bit more. And we used to police a lot more back in the day. But I've kind of changed my streaming ideas because I want to open up people's minds more. And just banning people, they'll never learn. They'll be stuck in that cycle forever. But if they can, you know, have these certain views and then they can come in and they realize like, oh, shit. Oh yeah, this guy's gay, but he's kind of cool. And then you can like open up their eyes to more stuff, you know what I mean? And that's how you change their mind. You don't change their mind by being aggressive. If you're aggressive towards someone, they'll double down and it'll just make them have more hate. So that's how I always do it. That's why we don't really ban a lot of people that come in and say some weird stuff. Obviously, if they continue and they just do, then yeah, fine, we'll get rid of them. But I'd rather try to like teach people and shit like that. Oh, thanks, Vandy. Yeah, I mean, you were around when we used to ban a lot more. I lost a few mods, actually, because of how I've kind of switched up my stream and stuff like that. They said they don't like how I let people kind of voice their opinions more here and there and not ban people and not rule more with an iron fist. I just, we used to do that, and it was a bit safer back in the day. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I kind of like it, like being more open-minded, because I also get to hear your guys' views on stuff, and I maybe you can change my mind on things, right? So that's how I always feel. Hey, Rippin', if you want to judge people, that's on you. But as long as you're a cool person in this community, you ain't going to get banned for it, right? If you start being a douchebag, then we'll take care of it. But you live your life however makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it is hard enough trying to make it to endgame, okay? We play a lot of video games here. And we beat a lot of video games, but the hardest game of them all is real life. So anything you can do to keep yourself happy in real life to make it to endgame, more power to you. So, yeah. Anyways, we should probably change the topic because we're getting down controversial roads. Now the next topic we're going to talk about is guns. No. I'm joking. This is a joke. It's a joke. And then we're going to talk about abortion. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we should probably do something. Yeah, we're just kind of rambling on about nothing at this point. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. So, do we want to try to watch the potentially kids with like autism and stuff having telepathy? It's a 2-hour video. Obviously, I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but I thought it might be kind of interesting to see the beginning of it, at least like the first 10 or so minutes. And then if it sucks, we can just watch some more of the unbelievable moments. And then we'll go play some Elden Ring. Some scientists think all humans could be telepathic due to mirror
Hexy.
neurons.
You
It has to
are
do
so
with
cool and
magnetic
hot.
fields.
Haven't been
So-
WAYCHING recently. How's life?
Hey, Jula, thank you. Life's so-so, but hey, we're here. That's all that matters, right? As long as we're still chugging. So thank you. Thank you for the 16 months. What I was going to say to you, Hugsy, about people being telepathic and stuff like that. There's actually a study.
For old time's sake, RQ.
There's also... Okay, I'll get to it in just a sec. Don't let me forget. Do not let me forget, because I'm going to forget. Remember what I was just talking about, because I'll probably need to be reminded. Oh, Vandy, age restricted. What? Oh, it's freaking your face. Oh my God. This is so cringe. Why do you gotta remind me of this shit, bruh? Oh God. So for anyone that doesn't understand the context here, because we have had a lot of new people come into the stream over the last few years, this is back during H1Z1 days. Every time I would win an H1Z1, I would play this song. Actually, or was it just for money matches? I think it was just for money matches. So I used to do money matches with people in H1Z1 back in the day, where people would say, if you win this match, I'll tip $100 or something like that. And whenever people would do this, I'd always win. Like, I came in clutch. Get this off of my screen. Hold on. Let me get that. Here we go. I would always come in clutch, and when it mattered, I'd get the dubs. And then every time we'd get the dubs and we win the money match.
Hands up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
Now what you gonna do with it? 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 Now what you gonna do with it?
Brand, what up, man? Thank you for the 81 months. Oh my god.
Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna
All
do
the
with it?
oldies are here.
I'll put that brick in your face. Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it?
Better have my money when I come to collect.
Better have my money when I come to collect. Pay up, pay up, pay up. I'll put that brick in your face. Now what you gonna do
Just an average day in Florida.
with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Better have my money when I
To be honest, Miami is kind of a different beast than a lot of Florida.
come to collect. Better have my money when I come to collect. Pay up, pay up, pay up. You better have my money when I come to collect. Pay up. I got a bullet in the chamber and it's ready to attack.
10 years ago.
You ain't a man, you's a king. Go.
This song didn't even have 1 million plays when we were first playing it. Now it's up to 33 mil.
Child neglect, little boy. If you wanna shoot a fade, I'll leave your face licking. You better not tell the police I did it. I didn't they get it.
Anything goes.
Always in the scene with the blood on my clothes. Then I go so coke to your hoe. Sorry if you didn't know that your girl on my blow. One hit, not a girl on the pole. I love selling blow. I love selling blow. I love selling blow. I love selling blow.
So cringe now.
I'll put that brick in your face. Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do?
Yeah, this was a classic just because obviously Florida boy. I gotta rep my Florida hometown. Gotta rep my Florida boys. Another one that's from Florida is that BLP kosher guy. They're from Florida. Lil Toe, or he goes by Ammo now, from Florida. Obviously, Suave Smooth is the legendary Florida rapper. No one knows about him unless you're from Florida. If you're from Florida, you probably know Suave Smooth.
This my lifestyle, fool, this ain't no threat. And we can bound that. I got an AK-47 on my face.
Anyways, I completely forgot about what I was talking about. So if someone would like to remind me, I can go back on what we were talking about. But yep, it's gone. You know, it's fucking sucks too, because I genuinely tried to remember that. What I was gonna be talking about. I knew I was gonna forget it, which is why I called it out. That's why I wanted you guys. Oh. Okay, dude. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? You can't go cutting away Florida? What the fuck? Nah, dude. Nah. You gotta have Florida. You gotta have Florida. Got extendos! Bitch, I got extendos!
Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me, boy.
Don't play your Nintendo!
Brick in your face. Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Better have my money when I come to collect. Better have my money when I come to collect.
Anyways, Stitches has gone soft anyways. Stitches, like, I don't even remember what fully happened with Stitches. He got like in a fight with someone in Miami or some shit. He got his ass beat, and then he became like all like positive guy now. He's like all like positive AF, I guess now. Where he used to be like super hood, super drugs, super fucked up stuff. Like, here's another classic. Yeah, Molly Cyrus.
I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass.
Bro, he switched up. How do you go from rapping about this to like rapping about positive shit? This motherfucker switched up, dude.
Put my dick in your ass. Put a molly in the ass. Put a molly in the ass.
I just bought the molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus.
Hold up, we just have to see this one legendary move. I don't know how they did it, but watch.
I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass.
It's coming up.
Fuck Billy Ray Cyrus, I'm your daddy now. I'ma put my dick up in your ass and it ain't coming out. If you don't like what I'm I'm saying now, I don't give a fuck, cause it won't change the fact that my dick is in your butt. But cocaine will make it numb. So I'ma put it in your ass with my thumb. It's time to get freaking Miley Cyrus. We can have a baby and call him Stitchy Cyrus.
Stitchy Cyrus. This, what is this move? How does he do this?
A baby and call him Stitchy Cyrus. I'm a dumb mental motherfucker.
What the fuck is that? How does he do that? He fucking flies.
Fuck Miley Cyrus in front of a mother. I love cold dumb Miley Cyrus. We can have a baby and call him Stitchy Cyrus. I'm a dumb mental mother.
How is he doing this? Like, what? How does he do this? He literally flies backwards with his feet and hands in the air, but he's not jumping. He's just like floating. Is this what happens if you do enough cocaine? Maybe that's the case. I don't know.
Demented motherfucker. I'm a demented motherfucker.
I don't know how he does that, bro. I still don't know how he does this shit. It's such a short clip, too. That's the only time it does it throughout the entire song. So it's like, I don't understand, but yeah. I'm pretty sure he's like sitting on something, but either way, it just looks weird AF. It still looks crazy. Anyways, all right, let's get back on topic. What were we talking about? But hey, we're here. That's all that matters, right? As long as we're still chugging. So thank you. Thank you for the 16 months. What I was going to say to you, Hugsy, about people being telepathic and stuff like that. There's actually a study. Got it. There's also... We're locked up. My thing's freezing. Got it. I remember. There's actually a thing that says, and this is apparently true, you can look it up, that conscious and the universe and everything is all linked together. There's a study that they did linking consciousness with the universe, and apparently there's some sort of linkage between it. I would need to look more into it or have an actual smart person explain it, because I'm too stupid to explain it. But yeah, it's actually really insane if you've ever heard of it. So it does make me believe that if consciousness and the universe and all that stuff is linked together, that people would be able to do telepathic things, right? Assuming that's actually true, which apparently, yeah, there is. It's okay, Otto. Anytime I see you complaining, Auto Fire, I know we're doing good. Anytime you're being positive, I know the content's bad because you're never positive. So thank you. You're letting me know that the content is really good right now. So thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that I just saw was kind of something crazy too. Holy shit, this is bringing back memories too. Damn, I haven't listened to Flamingosis in forever. Dude, it's bringing back like shit that I used to do on stream like 10 years ago. Oh, I love Flamingosis. Oh, I haven't listened to him in forever. That's crazy. This is apparently the lead singer of Vessel, or Sleep Token. I hate that I know that, but that's supposedly who it is. I haven't actually looked it up for sure, but I don't really want to know, to be honest. Yeah, Leo. Listen to him, though. This is Blacklit Canopy. Is he not singing this? He's doing his high-pitched voice. I'd have to see a different clip.
Hey guys, and a few others for that. I have read and that's about.
It's also interesting because he plays piano as well.
Play a portion.
And Vessel's good at piano.
I am harder to defeat. You say it's easier for me. I don't believe it.
Dude, I definitely think it's him. Anyways, sorry I just ruined Vessel for everyone, but don't look it up. I haven't looked it up. Technically, I don't know if it's true, but it probably is. Anyways, let's watch some stuff about autistic people that are telepathic. Yeah? Okay, great.
True? Just come and write a word down, okay?
Yee.
Oh, you like Ivy?
Ha. Fa. Fa. Fa.
Ivy actually has really good screaming vocals. He does a lot of the screaming and
amazing
vor.
job of documenting these autistic, in many cases nonverbal children who display telepathic powers, which I can't believe I'm even saying, but you show that this is, you know, occurring in statistically significant ways.
What picture am I looking at now? Okay. That's you. Say it.
Son.
Okay, what is this?
You see, I'm not even looking at him. Yeah.
You have a Harvard-trained neuroscientist.
Okay, that's actually kind of
Dr.
weird.
Diane Powell, doing the studies, but you also, you know, seem eminently, you know, normal and not, you know, insanely woo-woo.
I needed to believe it was happening. And so I asked Diane, you know, can I do my own test where I bring the cues and pick the house? I didn't want her to be a factor in it, so I wanted to control the test.
I don't want Dr. Powell to bring this stuff. I don't want his families to bring this stuff. I just want to be like the layer for the skeptics where it's like, you know, get this lens on. I'm not even going to open it until the day up.
And she said yes, and I said, I'd like it to be a family we haven't tested yet, that you've never met. I just wanted to clear out any of the possible factors that could influence this. That's kind of how it began. We brought this young girl, Mia, up from Mexico.
Dude, no lie. I see you guys all talking about Sleep Token. Like, I legitimately, like, kind of want to get a passport just to fly to go to Download Fest, to see them headline Download Fest. Because they don't have any tour dates announced for 2025 in America. But if once they do announce tour dates in America, I want to go to it for sure. I honestly might travel to a few of their shows in America, but we'll see. I want to go to Download Fest.
You know, most of the family didn't even speak English.
They're
Only her Aunt
supposedly working
Sophia
on a
did.
new album,
And
yeah.
rented a house in Glendale, California. And we took all the mirrors down and all the TVs down and put up cameras every which way and started the process of testing her. And with a divider that would go between her and her mother, we'd blindfold Mia and then show her mother a random number generator, a random picture generator. I brought flashcards, colored balls. We did various tests. And she was right every time.
Hay un personaje en la página 26. Pu. I. R. A. Tu. A. ¿Bien?
The tests were remarkable. I mean, just hearing her say without fail what's in her mother's mind, it's just, I don't know, it's so amazing. And then hearing the earnestness of her parents as well, where it's like, these people clearly are not lying. They're not grifting, you know. There's no ulterior motive here.
Sure.
You can write a word too. You can write a
So
word.
Keel just sees the back of my hand. Okay, I'm just going to grab one. Actually, that's too easy. Hold on, that goes with what we just looked at. Oh, that's
Tell
a
me
good one.
when it's ready.
Okay, you see this?
Yeah, what do you want? Okay, Akhil, what's in my mind? What's the picture about?
C. R. O.
C O D I L E crocodile.
So awesome, Akil. That's so awesome.
How?
Ready? And 3. Yeah, and 3. Good job. Here we go. You're doing so good. 8 and 5.
What?
I think that, you know, with the telepathy tapes,
Keep in mind, these are like actual doctors doing these tests. They're not just going to be bullshitting it, you know?
one of the things that I realized in terms of, instead of me just writing up all
I might
these
go to the
cases,
Deftone
and
concert.
that
I think
being
it's in
another thing
March.
that's in the
I haven't gotten
scientific
tickets for it
literature,
yet.
That people need to hear what I hear, because I'm not just collecting data. I'm assessing.
I want to get
the,
pit tickets.
the tone of voice, the
and they're like
content of
$300.
what's said. You can-
They'll probably
you
go
really-
down
There's so
as it
much
gets closer.
information there that's not like mathematical data, but there's so much information that you're getting from actually listening to these families and listening to the people who see this stuff, for the first time, or listening to their struggles with, how do I make sense of this? Because that's really what I'm the kind of contact I get all the time from these families is, I don't know what to make of this, and they're relieved that their child isn't the only one.
So, I'm a documentary filmmaker by trade, and I've created 5 feature films. But I will tell you, I felt bashful when I started working on something that had to do with telepathy. My dad, I remember saying something along the lines of, like, your hard-earned career and reputation are going to be, scattered to the wind. It felt
Bro,
hard
I'm not
to talk about
telepathic.
to people, to clients. I also direct commercials and stuff. And my mother-in-law is, at the time I started making it, was, lives on a sheep
The
farm.
best
in
I've
rural
got is I've been
Minnesota,
told
and
I'm
just
an
all these
empath,
people were like,
but
oh, his
definitely
kind of
not
gone off the deep end
telepathic.
here. And that's why, to me, it was like, just the word telepathy, you can't reduce it to fact or fiction. Let's go look at the stories of these people, the science behind this. This is so much bigger than our knee-jerk reactions of truth.
I just spoke to Dr. Diane Powell. And in fact, we've been in touch for like a year and a half or something. And I've always found her just to be this amazing woman. And she's just an impressive combination of extremely open-minded, but also extremely rigorous.
Yeah.
And so how did you get in touch with her? You heard her on a podcast, is that right?
It unfolded by me hearing her on a podcast about her research that she'd been doing.
Today, I'm here with Diane Powell, and we will be focusing on her research on some autistic savants with telepathic abilities.
And I thought that was fascinating, and I wanted to get on the phone and learn more, and went out to visit her. And, one of the first things I, asked of her was, can you pull up some emails? And obviously not share names, but like, tell me some of the things that people are saying when they write to you. And that was a very convincing first step for me to witness, is that, this wasn't just something she was talking about or she studied in a few one-offs. Her email box was filled of parents reaching out saying, I'm finding that my child can read my thoughts. It seems impossible. We've tested it at home. I have no framework for this. Can you explain what is happening? And it was a confusion and a wonderment and sometimes a desperation coming from these parents to understand what was going on. And they don't know each other. They are very siloed. And that was the first moment where I thought, okay, there's something very big here.
So how does one go from a traditional academic background to studying autistic children who have high extrasensory perception abilities?
I learned about autism and savants back in 1986 because I met Oliver Sacks then. So Oliver Sacks was a neurologist who wrote a lot of different books. One of the books he wrote was Awakenings, about people that had Parkinson's and were given L-Dopa for the first time. And all of a sudden they went from being like frozen statues to suddenly
Bro, I definitely
moving,
believe in
and there
this
was a
shit 1,000,000%. What Einstein was autistic too, and like he's still viewed as like the smartest person ever. Still, I think even to date he's still viewed as like the smartest person ever. Yo, Zap, thank you for the 48 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, baby. Yeah, Tesla is another example.
About that. And he was somebody that would study these quirky sort of syndromes that told you something about the brain. One of the case reports were about these twins who were institutionalized, who were autistic, who played a game in which they would say prime numbers back and forth to one another.
You would notice that, you weirdo.
Prime numbers. They would be 6 digits long.
It's two like
and there's no
greyhounds.
algorithm for that. And they just knew these prime numbers. And not only did they know them, they said they just saw them.
I am thrilled to partner with MyHeritage to dive into my family's past. It's been an eye-opening experience. Using MyHeritage, I started building my family tree by adding names, dates, and even a photo. Within minutes, I was connected to over 20 billion historical records, uncovering stories I had no idea existed. For example, my great-grandfather, Nathan White, was a World War I veteran who got PTSD because of what he experienced on the battlefield. My grandfather, Irving White, conducted groundbreaking research around the JFK-Nixon debates, which made headlines across North America. These discoveries felt deeply personal and connected me to my roots in a way I never imagined. One feature of MyHeritage that I love is called Instant Discoveries, where a whole branch of my family tree was added with just one click.
This.
I even found old black and white
This
photos
could actually
of my
be
family
interesting if
and
you were
used
curious about this stuff.
MyHeritage's AI tools
I give
to
zero fucks
colorize
about
and
that.
animate them. It was like bringing history to life. Sharing these moments with my family was unforgettable, and I even recorded their reactions. It's been a very meaningful journey.
Dad, what do you think about that?
Wow, that's incredible.
That's not a fart, by the way. That's
See,
just
the
balloon.
thing is, MyHeritage doesn't just connect you to the past. It makes your history feel alive and relevant today. If you've ever wondered about your origins, I can't
You can
recommend
spam chat. I don't give a
MyHeritage
shit.
enough. Start your 14-day free trial today using the link in the description or pinned comment. Trust me, it's an experience you won't forget.
For so many of these families, they are told by the doctors when their child is born and is diagnosed with, non-speaking, often severe autism, that they won't comprehend the world around them. They'll never be able to communicate.
Man.
They probably won't process information
Oh,
beyond
that
that.
is a
of
brutal
toddler.
pain
And so
stem.
parents
What
are
the
taken,
fuck?
all hope is taken away. And they go through this journey,
Dude,
often
he
not
was
even
punching
trying to
his head
reach their
so
child
much he
because
was
they've been told by all the
bleeding.
quote-unquote experts that their kid isn't in there. And what I found really early on were two families, both Mia and another girl, Amelia, who appears in episode 7, that when the parents were homeschooling with COVID and they had to spend tons of time with their child, all of a sudden their child started spelling on iPads, doing things they weren't ever doing in school.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Mia. And then when she started communicating, at one point, she started having a diary. And in her diary, she said, I can read my parents' minds.
She wrote in her diary that she can read everybody's mind, but you have to believe in her for her to do it.
Well, they thought, that's impossible. So her mom asked a few questions, like what am I thinking of right now? And, Mia spelled purple umbrella or something. Or her dad drew a picture, and what I draw a picture of, and she wrote dog. And that was correct. So then they started doing more tests and taking books off the wall, opening to a page on the book, a page of the book. And what am I reading? And she would spell it out. What am I looking at in the book? And she'd spell it out. And that's when they started doing blindfolded popsicle tests with her, where they'd have piles and she'd put popsicle sticks. So they took a bunch of videos of this stuff, sent it to Diane, sent it to me to kind of pre-vet it. And it was absolutely
Well, it would 1,000,000% make sense, because if we're going by the whole theory with space and everything like that, we're technically all kind of the same, right? We are all kind of related in a weird way. Not technically, obviously, but if we're all made up of stardust, we're all made up of the same thing. We're all made up of what was the universe. And if we're made up of that, it would make sense that everything could be, in theory, linked together in a weird way.
unbelievable. And they were as concerned and confused as any parent would be. To the point, they were deeply Catholic. They live in Monterrey, Mexico.
Obviously, I might be saying that poorly, but you get what I mean.
What our neighbor's going to feel? Is this evil? Is this, there's all these funny things that get put on telepathy. Not what I've learned through making this is what the non-speakers would say is this is a spiritual gift from God. That is, I think, what every single one would say. And And us, humans in this 3D world trying to map it out for so long have been like, this is the work of something dark. And it couldn't be.
But we also don't use our full brain, right? Imagine if you could do that.
And so she's sending you videos, and you say, I want to see this for myself. And so you put them up in a place in Glendale, and you have completely controlled experimental conditions.
These are people from Harvard, bro. Like, these are like real deal scientists, man. Like, these aren't just like some people they got off of Temu or Craigslist, like.
To remove all confounding variables. And so tell me if I'm getting this right. So Mia is, sitting next to her mother, and her mother is looking, and Mia's
like, if you went to Harvard and you're saying this stuff, fine, I might agree with you, okay? But I guarantee you probably did not go to Harvard.
Totally blindfolded, and then her mother is looking at completely random, large assortment of images or numbers. So it'd be extremely low probability. If you
I'm
were
not
to get
saying
it right
they're 100%
in one
correct,
instance,
but
is that correct?
Yeah.
And if you were to get it right, over 10 or 20 instances, the quote unquote p-value is what you would call it in science.
It would not surprise me if there was some incredibly smart people in
somewhat
chat.
Right? Or
yeah, and I just want to say something really quick. Dr. Powell wants to do these really scientific airtight tests with Faraday cages and, get this as tight as can be. And
but it's easy to,
hoping to do
eat your
that
chicken
in the
nuggets
film
and be like,
that has been
fake.
the intention all along. These tests I was kind of creating. So it was as concrete as I could make it with like the limited finances and stuff. But I would say, yes, I think that anyone there would say that we went through every measure. I bought even a brand new iPad to make sure it couldn't be influenced. I downloaded all the random number generators on set. So we have video of that happening. We took down all, like I said, TV mirrors.
So how do you explain
reflective.
that then?
And yeah, like we went through pains to make sure that there was a divider when Mia was shown a number and that she was blindfolded. And then we would take the blindfold off, remove the partition. And as far as the numbers, I think we started off small, like 3 numbers, and then we did 4 numbers, and then we did 5 numbers, and it would generate 52763 or whatever. And then she would write it 52763. And it's like she would never miss, and we did flashcards, some random word generators. We would put.
Okay, just so to blind out completely towards these kids that, are artistic. Some of the people, they're not just like normal people. They're not just going to like bullshit you. Or maybe I shouldn't say like normal people, but like the way that they think is not normal, right? Like they're not going to just sit there bullshitting you. How are they going to get that information? Some of the kids were not even verbal. So like, how are they like, where's the back and forth to show that it's fake is what I'm getting at, basically.
Colored balls inside of a.
Because I feel like it's very truthful, and especially when we were seeing like there's a full-blown wall up between them. There's no way the kid could see anything, and they're still getting it right.
A can or something, and she'd tell us.
And that one kid was like obviously having some sort of stimming going on, was struggling to even sit still, and was still getting it accurately. How does that make sense?
What color it was. We did popsicle stick tests, which was beyond telepathy because no one's sending information then. It's like there's a bunch of popsicle sticks and her mom would hand her random ones to put in a pile and she could see them
through
her blindfold.
A perfect blindfold.
Yeah.
Which you had your skeptical colleague Michael test. And he was like, I cannot see anything through this blindfold.
Yeah. And that was important to me. I mean, Michael is a very dear friend and he's my DP in a lot of my work. But he approached this very skeptically.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than even, like me. And so
yeah, but to say like have independent people do it also doesn't really make sense, because if it's people doing it, you're going to say the same exact thing. And what I mean by that is, oh, these are independent people. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not doctors. They're not scientists. They have no idea what that's what you're going to do. You're going to flip it. You're straw manning it. You're straw manning it. Like you're going to just flip it. Oh, these people have no idea what they're talking. So if they're scientists, they're grifting. And if they're not scientists, well, what qualifications do they have? Why should I believe this person? They're just some random pleb. Like, I don't care. What the fuck do I care? They don't know what they're talking about. It's the same thing, right? You guys are going to do the same thing. again, I'm not trying to sit here and say it's 100% real by any means, but there's an argument on both sides, right? And I know if it went the other way, you're going to flip the argument.
Had him test that blindfold.
Yo,
you know,
James, thank you for the 37
I mean,
bucks.
Michael certainly had his mind blown. You can't see this
I don't know
stuff
who James
and not
Randi
have your
is.
worldview change forever.
I mean, I wouldn't do it as a skeptic. I'm generally.
If I was going to trust anyone, I would trust a doctor more than I would trust just some random person making a YouTube video. Because a random person making a YouTube video could do it for content, bro, right? Like, but these are like actual scientists and doctors doing these tests.
Enough talk. I'm a skeptic in my life for most things. But after seeing this, I can't. It's hard for me to not believe this is authentic. I'm looking at everything. I'm watching her. I'm watching the mom. I'm watching everything. And for me, in my perspective, it's real.
Doctors can do it for money.
and
if doctors can do it for money, guess what? Fucking Joe down the street would do it for money, probably even quicker, because he probably has less money than a fucking doctor. Okay, like, come on, bro. We could do this all day. We could straw man it all day, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What you're gonna say is, oh, I don't trust the doctors, but then you're gonna say, I don't trust these people either.
Any, I think, reasonable listener would say, unless there's some bizarre Morse code that is developed in a way that's extremely high throughput, and
I'm not saying there's not doctors that don't lie, just like I'm not saying there's just regular people that don't lie either. I think people lie all the fucking time, but it's interesting and it does stimulate my mind, at least. Maybe it doesn't stimulate your mind. I don't know.
You can
it makes
somehow,
you think,
you know, based on like pokes or something, you know, abstract that out to semantic concepts like, oh, you're looking at a grapefruit on this iPad or something.
Yeah.
Quickly, the null hypothesis becomes more fantastical than this child is displaying.
I've never heard of
extremely
James.
high rates
Yeah,
of telepathy.
Yeah. And I think that's important for listeners who haven't listened to the show, your listeners, is that, you know, so.
Yeah, well, everyone in chat is not telepathic. I would almost guarantee it. Maybe one person out of everyone here might be telepathic. I guarantee probably 0 people here are telepathic, right?
Of where I left off with Mia, you know, so often these parents are told their kids can't learn, which is completely not true.
So obviously, like, you're going to say no.
Are brilliant individuals inside of there who just cannot control their body. It's a behavior issue, not an intelligence one. So, but learning to spell is meaning learning to control your body. It's a gross motor skill to point to letters,
Hexy
whereas talking is a fine motor skill. And that's why
How did
pointing
you
to letters with a
know?
letterboard is often
Oh my
a way that
God,
unleashes their
Tino's
communication
actually
skills.
telepathic.
However,
How did you
because it
know
creates-
that?
You have to create new neural pathways to do that.
Holy
often
shit.
It takes, and often,
I
this is
can't
really
believe he
important,
got that.
a lot of non-speakers don't know where their bodies are. They don't feel them. I've talked to so many parents who said their children didn't even know they had bodies or didn't know they had fingers. And they didn't get that until they started communicating, right? So to help them spell it,
That's what I
often
was trying to
requires touch in
say.
the beginning, and then you sort of start to lighten the touch or move the touch until there's no touch. And in the podcast, I use the metaphor of what my dad taught me how to ride a bike. I needed his whole body on me, you know, helping me. And then it was like less body, less touch until finally I was riding the bike. And with Mia, you know, we went out to dinner the night before. Every time we were on Zoom, her mom would have to touch her shoulder or her head to communicate. It was just what she needed. Just the slightest touch helped her. And now her mom is telling me she can do it without it. And that's how most of these kids are. Some will always need touch, but most will graduate to a point where they don't need it once they have more body control, they feel more sense of where they are. So Mia, when she was doing these tests, had to have one slight touch on her, either her shoulder, her head. And the idea that like some more...
And it would also make sense because, like, you know, obviously people with autism and stuff, their brain works differently, right? So it would make sense in a lot of ways that they would have other abilities that they could do with their brain.
Code was going
in a lot
through
of
there
cases
to someone
they
who
do.
can't feel their body is ridiculous.
That's
and when I
ridiculous.
brought that up to Michael, I mean, you could just...
That's why you'll have like
Not this time.
That's why you'll have a
We
kid that
created
like
it.
doesn't
Not this time.
can't
No,
do like
not
tests,
this time.
fails in school all the time.
It's fiction.
They can't do school. They're failing out of class. This, that, the other. Blah 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 blah. But they can name every single fucking train in existence by number, by name, the year, the date, the exact time. It like they know all. Like, how does that happen? How do you do that?
hear his disdain and his laugh of like,
Obviously, it's a narrow thing that I'm talking about, but you get what I mean.
that's impossible.
Right.
Like that is grasping at
And he
straws.
came in pretty skeptical.
He came in very skeptical.
Yeah.
But you can look at the test. It's not like there's something happening in the
Right.
finger. I mean,
Okay, we
how
might
could you
next this
ever
soon.
convey a number or a random, like you said, a abstract word through Morse code on a?
It's impossible, but I think it's a great first example
Yes.
because she's beyond earnest, and then the stats on what she's producing are just
They are
remarkable.
yapping a lot.
And
I
then
wanna see
you
more of the
actually go on to
tests,
control
not
for that
a
variable as far
podcast.
as touch,
Right.
which I think is honestly going the extra mile. Again, maybe even unnecessary, but to the extreme skeptic in the audience should satisfy them.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to note too that Dr. Powell got into this because she actually saw there was initially some data around autistic children displaying, high clairvoyance or,
Right.
or telepathy
Yeah.
in studies even prior to her.
Yes. Yeah. That is
And
one big
so
pile of
there
shit.
is a body of work.
Yeah.
I mean, psychical studies have been going on since the
Exactly.
1870s. The Society of Psychical
For sure.
Research. You had,
Yeah.
Frederick Myers. You had William
Mhm.
James.
Yeah.
This is a long history.
Yeah, and there was a man named Bernie Rinland who first kind of came up with this idea that maybe not telepathy, but ESP gifts should be a savant skill, and he was noticing it in the autistic population, the severely autistic, non-speaking population, and so I think Dr. Diane was like, okay, there's something to build off of here, and just again to talk about Diane when after those tests,
That's actually a super good point, Bera. No one would have thought a few hundred years ago we'd invent stuff like TV, curing illness, shit, let alone the internet. Look at what we're doing on the internet now.
What's that I smell? Smells like bullshit.
Bro, deadass, can you even explain how the internet works? I guarantee you almost all of us cannot explain how the internet works. All I know is I plug in some cords and I got access to all this shit. I know there's some people in chat that probably can explain the internet, but that shit is still mind blowing to me as well.
yeah, I was, really shaken, and she's like, they don't count, Kai.
Yeah, but now try to explain that to someone 100 years ago. What you have as far as knowledge about the internet, explain that to someone 100 years ago and have them accept that as truth. They would think you're fucking crazy.
In terms of science, in terms of the rigorous science that we need to prove this because she was being touched, so it can never be touched. And it was like, okay, that's unfair, but to these poor children and these poor families, I didn't even want me as family to hear that. They were so wanting, just to be part of this
the internet was
validating
actually,
process.
I know
But
how it was
then
invented.
the
It was
next episode,
supposed to
we
be
go
army
a young
tech.
man named Akil who lives in New Jersey who
Same with
can do the
PCs.
telepathy with his mom across the room.
Okay, what is this?
Believe it or not, as stupid as like war and all this stuff is, a lot of modern technology was invented from war technology.
You see, I'm not even looking at him. Yeah. I'm just going to put it away. And then set them.
No.
Fix it, focus.
Hands up.
And then
Amber, thank you for the 14 months.
Genius.
So Akil is
to us.
he's one of the children that I had tested before meeting Kai, and I met him actually through his mom contacting me after seeing me
Not him.
being interviewed by Deepak Chopra. And she's Indian, and she's like saw Deepak Chopra interview me and said, she's talking about somebody just like my son. And so she contacted me, and I went out and tested her son, and then later invited Deepak Chopra to come see it, and he was so blown away.
How can you tell what these words and numbers are? Because you're not seeing them directly.
Han.
So he's nonverbal, I think?
Mine knows how to show my mom.
Nah.
Han.
Nah.
Ma.
Yeah, nonverbal.
I-N-D. My mind knows how to show my mom's mind.
My mind knows how to show my mom's mind. Type that. It's quite amazing.
Akil's mother, Manisha, kept telling me, look, this isn't just telepathy.
Pretty
This is a
interesting.
shared consciousness. There's some sort of merging that goes on. And she was saying things which I couldn't quite understand yet in my process, which was she felt, he often will maybe use my hardware or my neurology. Then I thought, oh, what? Just really wanting to understand. And so she kept showing me when I was doing little tests, like, okay, and actually I love this because I had the crew write a bunch of random words.
Penis mug.
And I downloaded a random number generator.
I was
on the
actually
spot
thinking
again,
that
random
too.
word
I just
generator.
didn't say it out loud.
We did all this stuff with Akil, and Manisha was kind of like, come on, this is like kid stuff. Like, let me show you really what this is. And so after I was satisfied with, we
That's
must have
that
done 100
famous
tests that day.
artist. I forget
She
what
was
his name
like,
is.
okay, now you write a word.
That's
So
a
I wrote
famous
word and
artist.
He'd start saying it verbally. He can kind of communicate through words, or he'd start spelling it. And she'd be like, now cross it out and start writing another one. And in the midst of crossing it out, the second it's crossed out and you start even thinking about the next one, he'd start writing the next
The
one.
mom did weird stuff with her hands.
The numbers are because you're not seeing them directly.
Hun.
There.
Mine knows how to show my mom.
She's not doing anything weird with her hands.
I-N-D. My mind knows how to show my.
She touched her son briefly, and then she did this with her hand. That's not like, if she was going like, then sure, maybe I'd think there's something there. But she like, that just seems like one of those things. Like, I don't know what to, like, think about it, guys. If we were like hanging out in public and then I said, what are you doing with your hands? You would start to instantly get weird with your hands, and you wouldn't know what to do with your hands. Your hands would be all, you might not even know what to do with your hands right now. You're like, well, I'm sitting back, but wait, shit, should they be like this? Or I be like that? Sometimes you just don't know what to do with your hands. Also, I mean, there's nothing weird that happened here.
Because you're not seeing them directly.
She's trying to get his attention.
Hun.
There.
And then she just puts her hand there, and that's it. That's what you guys said she's doing with her hand.
Mine knows how.
Just which okay, you can another about what it was.
One day I was watching a movie of an athlete whose leg was amputated, and he got into Special Olympics. And I went upstairs to tell Akhil, come, look, I want to show you the story. See how people overcome their difficulties and challenges. He said, yes, I know he doesn't have a leg and he is in Olympics.
Because he was watching the show or something.
Because I was watching and he was upstairs. So those thoughts can get transferred.
So she's like, is this a signal of consciousness that we're both sharing? Is he stepping into my own consciousness? Or what is that? And I don't think there is an answer for that yet, except for that is a widespread thing that the parents are talking about.
Yes, you got it.
Spelling and the ability to communicate. A lot of people might be watching this and saying, you keep saying non.
Bro, dude, have you guys been around autistic people? Like, I feel like you guys have not been around autistic people. Dude, it's a chore to even, like, get them in line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you think the mom is literally able to just completely exploit her child? I mean, yeah, it probably happens sometimes, but you think every single one of these people are exploiting their autistic kids?
Verbal, how do they communicate at all?
Yeah, so I think the telepathy and the spiritual gifts, I don't know exactly.
Let alone getting them to do it unless they're just completely acting would be hard in general. Yo, Soul, thank you for the 23 months.
But I will say I think it's a mark of being a non-speaker. I don't think it has as much to do with autism as it does non-speaking autism. And with the non-speakers, again, so often the doctors, the educators have had it wrong, thinking they're not in there. They are. They're intellectually as solid as you and me, just can't control their bodies. And because they can't create words, which is a fine motor skill, it's pointing to letters, which is, there's different techniques for that. It started with facilitated communication that merged into, turned into something called rapid prompting method. Now there's spelling to communicate. There's different forms of different processes to learn to point to letters. And you do have to learn to be a communication partner, and that's really important. But I found that the colloquial word for all of it is spelling. That's a good umbrella word to talk about all forms of pointing to letters to communicate.
Yep.
And that can be independently on an iPad or with a letterboard.
And absurdly, there is some controversy around this format of communication. What is Asha, and why do they have anything bad to say
we might
about
call it there.
spelling
We
and
watched
RPM
more
and some
than
of
I
these other
wanted to.
techniques?
Asha is the American.
We can call it there. That's pretty cool, honestly. I might low-key just let this play in the background when I'm gaming at some point. It's kind of interesting. I know a lot of people are just hating and this, that, the other, and blah, 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 uncredited, whatever helps you sleep at night, Dro. But
This is
I'm all for anything
bullshit and
that
rubbish and
it stimulates your
stupid
mind
thing I
and
ever
makes
seen
you
in my
think about things. Because genuinely, I honestly, wholeheartedly believe it come 500 years in the future or 1,000 years in the future, they're going to look back at us and think we are the stupidest things that ever, like just how we look back at people back in the prehistoric days and all this shit. They're the dumbest people ever. But at the time, they were like the smartest. You know what I mean? So, a lot of things, could they be wrong? Sure. Could it be right? And we'll find out later? Sure. I mean, bro, half the stuff with like the internet doesn't even make sense to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, and that's why I thought that was an interesting thing to bring up, because literally try to explain the internet to someone 500 years ago. How would you do that? It would make no sense, period. It would make zero sense because their brain can't comprehend it, just like our brain can't comprehend this type of stuff. Now, again, I'm not saying this is real per se, but it's interesting nonetheless. And maybe we jump 500 years in the future and it's like, nah, there's actually something here. You know what I mean? It's interesting if you think about it. Especially when you've, especially when you take into consideration they're doing studies on linking consciousness with the universe and stuff, and like actually getting like positive feedback on that, which is crazy. That also makes no sense to me, but yeah, you can look that up too. I wish I was better at like explaining it. But yeah, it's really weird. Anyways, we're going to watch some unbelievable moments to really stimulate your ADHD brain.
Muito, hein? Sabe muito, hein? Ei, cara.
My ADHD? Doctors.
E aí, Uru? Se garante, hein, cara?
That's probably the biggest hovercraft I've ever seen.
Dang. This is not really an unbelievable moment, though. Look at all the people with their cameras out. Look at this guy, dude. Genius. Literal genius.
Check out how this robot reacted in time to save that little girl from being crushed by the rack.
Yeah, I'm talking about person. The stuff you're talking about is technology, right? And I'm talking about a person. Our understanding of the human body and all that stuff is good. You know, we've come so far with technology, bro. There's a reason why back in the old days, people lived till they're 30. And now we have people living till they're 100 plus.
Happy 31
Why
months
is that
of
happening?
writing.
Because of modern technology and understanding the body's better, the brain's better, disease is better. There's a reason why back in the day people lived to literally 30, you know? Yo, Undead, thank you for the 103! And Vasky, thank you for the 31! I don't know what to say, so fart on me. I'm good. Thank you. Medicine's better. And how is medicine better? Because we understand things better. Just like we could potentially understand brains better. You get what I mean? Bro, a lot of people don't even fully know how fucking brains work, man. And if you really get down to it and you really want to fucking tweak your mind out, we are literally basically little fucking aliens in a skull, and the rest of this is just a fucking meat sack with bones that we're piloting. If you really get down to it. You know what I mean? Yo, Serena, thank you for the 94 months.
Oh my god, he's got a knife.
These European paragliders managed to pull off the record-breaking formation.
Oh, dude, this just seems so dangerous. If any of these people make a mistake, they could all get tangled.
The ship in front got really...
hey, I'm gonna be a little honest. This last guy choked. If I'm gonna keep it a buck, this last guy choked this whole thing. He couldn't get lined up. Everyone else is lined up. This motherfucker couldn't get lined up. He choked the whole thing.
The ship in front got really lucky and survived the collision without the crew sustaining any injuries.
Wouldn't that be insane if, like, come in the future, we're, like, literally just, like, little brain aliens, and we find that out, and they, like, put us in these bodies to, like, pilot them? Playing Pirates of the Caribbean in real life. No, that's not watching too much Men in Black. That's called I Get High Too Much. Think about it, though. Actually, don't think about it. Wait until the next time you get high and then think about it, because your mind will start to tweak the fuck out when you start thinking about that stuff. When you got to be high, though.
1,200 people.
Holy shit, dude. We're just like a brain in this like skeletal suit that we're piloting on a giant rock in nothingness. Dang.
Came together to break the human mattress dominoes world record. Seriously though, how much free time do people have?
Oh, I would love to set chat up on DMT trips. The ones that are willing to go on the trip. If you're not willing, I wouldn't force you to. I would set you guys up. I've set up a bunch of people. Probably like 20, 30 people. Well, doing DMT your first time, you definitely want like a guide. I would highly recommend having a guide your first time ever doing DMT. This video kind of sucks. No, I mean, I've been to DMT parties, but typically when you do DMT, you want to be like in a safe spot. I'm really good about setting people up, and I will read you even before we even do it to see if you're even good to do it, because you might not even be good to do it. You might think you are, and then when we actually start sitting down and going through all this stuff and kind of me laying out what's going to go down and how things are going to go, this, that, the other, if you're just showing signs that it's not good, I wouldn't even let you do it. You gotta be in a good spot. Nah, DMTs isn't similar to shrooms.
I'm amazed at how well that worked out for him.
The only way that I can sum up DMT is like dreaming, but you're awake. That makes... Can you straighten your head out, bruh? I don't like that. I've never done acid, so I can't comment on acid. But I've done a lot of DMT.
Deployment, I'm afraid. These Miami Hurricane fans saved a cat during the game, making it even more memorable.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god, how did it do that? Holy shit! Oh, yeah! They saved it! Woo! The cat's like, get me the fuck out of here! Too many people yelling! You missed one. If you don't hit that one that you missed, I'm... Okay.
A rooftop pool in a parking lot sounded cool until it crashed down. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Oh, shit. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
This fish thought it was in a Mission Impossible movie. Thankfully, the owners rescued it in time.
This left her purse on the ground to go take pictures of geese. Oh,
Okay, what is that laugh?
How spaced out do you need to be to not notice a fire right next to you? I'm glad he's unharmed.
Oh! Bro, what are we doing? Just find a different parking spot. Oh my god. I mean, they made it. There might be some scratches on the bumpers, but they got in. Are you fucking stupid? What? So this is DoorDash or some sort of delivery food thing. They bring the thing. They can blatantly see there's a camera here. They take a picture of it. Their name is registered on the DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever the hell they're using. And then they steal the thing. So not only do they know your name and exactly every single information about you because the company knows all the information about you, you did it right in front of a camera too. Also, if you wanted to be real sneaky about it, what you should have done is you should have stole it first, obviously with no camera here. You should have stole it first, then took a picture standing here and showing that the package was not even there when you delivered the food. That would make it so much more believable too. Like it was already stolen before you got there. Nah, this is a Sephora box. Probably why they saw it. You see it's Sephora, it's makeup. I mean, to be fair, I understand why they stole it because Sephora is expensive AF, so it makes sense. But at the same time, you shouldn't steal off of people's fucking front porch. I've had my shit stolen a few different times, and it sucks ass. It's so annoying. Why do I know that? What, Sephora? So there's this cool thing. It's called having a girlfriend. Some of you might be a foreign concept, but yes, believe it or not, they sometimes wear makeup. And, you know, sometimes you want to get them gifts. And guess what? They tell you kind of where the good stuff is. So you go to get the good stuff.
Fun fact, this is the world's largest airplane in terms of wingspan.
Or you could just want to wear makeup yourself. You know, they're all over the malls. If you've ever been to a mall, they're everywhere, but... Can I buy the girls in chat some Sephora products? What the fuck? What do I look like? Mr. Makeup Man? I can't buy all the women in chat fucking makeup, dude. I'm not a fucking money bag, bruh. You guys think I'm way more wealthy than I am. Oh shit, that's cool.
These ants built a bridge to transport an entire beehive to their colony. Now
wow.
That's what you call unity.
I'm not a millionaire, bro. I would tell you guys if I was a millionaire. I swear on everything. If I was a millionaire, I'd tell you. I'm not even remotely close to a millionaire. Trust me, I'm not complaining with the money I make. But I'm definitely not like giga rich like some of these Twitch streamers are. Holy shit, they catch themselves.
And this is how not to launch a ship into water.
Wala, lunod jud. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, if I become a multi-millionaire, I'll buy you all makeup. I'll tell you when it happens. Probably will never happen.
Hello.
But if I become a multi-millionaire, I'll buy you all makeup.
Give this man all your primes to get him giga rich to buy makeup.
Sasakyan ang galutaw.
That is such a stupid reason to sub to the channel. Thank you, Patience. Yeah, how many people are here right now? I will buy 1,600 people makeup or
Oh my goodness.
a t-shirt or something for people that don't want makeup. I don't think we're ever going to become a millionaire, guys, unless I win
This crazy
Survivor.
bus driver should audition for a
Okay,
role
wait,
in the
I
next
need to
Fast
clarify this. If I win Survivor, you guys get none of that. Okay, bitch? That doesn't count towards the multimillionaire stuff, okay? That's only if I win Survivor, okay? Probably won't win, but, you know, that doesn't count.
and Furious movie. Thankfully, all of the passengers remained safe.
Bro, because that's me having to play a damn game for it. You starve yourself for 30 days. Yeah, whatever. If I become a multimillionaire, I'll buy 1,600 of you guys and girls makeup or something else. I mean, what? That's only gonna cost like 10 or 20 grand, probably. Yeah, multi-millionaire, that's like nothing.
What did the poor ship do to deserve an angry head-on collision?
I did not say I was happy to be someone's goat in Survivor. I said I'm going to play an emotional game of Survivor, which will probably make us lose. But I would play an emotional Survivor game, I think. Oh my god, this is sketch. What the fuck are they doing? Bro, I'm flying in like a week. Oh, I hate that. They are really close.
Check out the second flight test of SpaceX's Starship, which is currently the world's most powerful launch vehicle ever developed.
Nah, I would never do Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid is... Naked and Afraid is not something I'd ever want to do. Survivor's cool because it's like drama. Naked and Afraid is just like survive. What the fuck? What? That's
now they're all
cool.
watching the movie. Look at this.
Those fish are fully invested in the movie.
No, I just think the premise of Naked and Afraid is stupid compared to like Survivor or even like Alone. Alone would even be more
Not to
cool.
worry, folks. The ferry was decommissioned and empty.
Not that I would want to do Alone either, though. Okay, whoever's honking their horn really needs to stop honking their horn. That's pretty cool. No way they're gonna walk backwards now. Oh. That was cool. Mr. Beast games? That'd actually been sick, but bro, Mr. Beast games is literally like playing the lottery. It's not even like a skill thing. It's literally a gamba thing. They just like literally evaporate like half of the competition randomly. To be honest, I probably would have took the fucking 100K right off the beginning of the game. Just dipped right there. Yeah, the bribes. If you guys haven't seen Mr. Beast game, it's actually pretty fun little show to watch, but they tried to bribe people to basically like leave the show, and the amount kept going up. I think it went up to like 500K. No one knew it was gonna go that high, but it went pretty high. And then there was another challenge where if one of these people tap out, they get a bunch of money, but their whole team loses.
This is
and it went up to $1 million.
I've ever seen a car do.
And no one tapped.
Imagine getting a tattoo done in the middle of the
Spoilers.
street while it's raining.
Bro, who the fuck wouldn't tap on a mill? You're literally playing a show. You're playing a show for 5 mil. And you don't tap for 1 mil? You're fucking crazy. I would tap in a heartbeat, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. I'd be tapping Insta. Nah, fuck that. Bro, if we're playing for 100 mil, sure, yeah, 1 mil versus 100 mil, a big deal. But you're playing in a show where the max you win is $5 million, and you have the opportunity to tap out on the second or third episode and get $1 million. I guess you screw over like a bunch of people, but dude, you're a millionaire now. It's all fake? I don't think so, bro. Mr. Beast, like, actually gives that money. Yeah, okay. A bunch goes to taxes. Fine,
That
but
walk
still.
of shame after a failed theft always gets
You still
me good.
get a lot of money. I don't think Mr. Beast Games is over
This lady
yet.
dodged a major accident that day.
There's only a few episodes out. That was sketchy. I'm on like episode 3. I think they came out with episode 4 and maybe 5 now, but I need to see
Pulling off
episode
something like
4.
this requires an insane amount of strength.
Bro, the amount of people that watch anime and then work out is insane. Let me guess, this guy has the mark of death, or the symbol of death, whatever it's called.
Hands up!
You're looking at
Yo,
an
Connor, thank you for the
extremely rare
49
jellyfish species
months.
that's
Hope
only
you're
been
having a
spotted
great
twice in
weekend.
around 50 years.
The mark of death is from Berserk. Oh, thank you, Connor.
The
Yeah,
whole
it's been
gig is
good.
pretty
Good
much over if
weekend.
you can't
Good
even
week
get through
so
the
far,
security
too.
door.
I've been grinding the streams as well.
Presenting a promising contestant for the title of the world's worst thief.
Bro, a lot of the time the display models aren't even like legit. I guess it depends on the store, but... Oh, brand of sacrifice, that's what it is. I was confusing it. Dude. Oh, he got it. Or was he trying to get that other one?
That tugboat did an amazing job protecting its crew from the ship and kept everyone safe. Firefighters used a crane operator's help to fight off a major fire in Berkshire.
Come on, just grab hold of it.
Bet you've never seen a happier pair of storks after laying their first egg.
What the fuck? That was so weird. Oh. Is that a hotel? Oh, that's so gross.
That one legit scared the shit out of me.
Finally, let's take a look at the most satisfying ship launch.
Bro, I bet it's mad disgusting working at a hotel. I try not to think about it too much, but dude,
if these clips amazed you, hit the subscribe button and be ready for more content
you probably
won't
see
find
some
anywhere
nasty
else.
shit.
See you in the next one.
Bro, I always think about it like non-stop. Like I wondered, like, did this person like rub this remote all over their dick or vagina? Did they come on this thing? You know, like what is going on here? Are people humping the beds and the pillows? Like what are we doing? Oh, you say I'm a perv, but people be actually doing that shit, bro. What do you mean? Amount of people that like fucking have sex in hotels, let alone probably doing other things. Like, come on. I try not to think about it too much, but yeah, it's pretty gross if you do think about it. I just try to sleep in my bed and get out of there. Bro, we saw people fucking literally like pissing on elevator handles and like spitting on elevator doors and all this stuff. So the amount of stuff that people would do in the privacy of a hotel room where there's not even a camera would be even more insane. Yeah, dude, like I would honestly be more worried about an Airbnb for sure. If it's a popular Airbnb, I would be way more concerned of an Airbnb than a hotel. Because at least the hotel has people that are coming in daily to clean the shit, right? They probably miss some things, but at least there's people coming in and cleaning daily. Whereas like an Airbnb, bro, I feel like they don't do shit, probably.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
Should we go play Elden Ring? I don't even really want to play Elden Ring, but what else do we do today if I don't play Elden Ring? We should just play it. I want to do other content than Elden Ring. We've been playing Elden Ring for a fucking week straight. Just keep doing reacts. We could keep doing reacts, but I feel like we should beat No, I don't want to play Nobby. Fuck that. I'd rather play Elden Ring. At least Elden Ring's enjoyable. Nobby is fucking miserable. I'm not playing DVD. Poe? Nah, I don't really want to stream Poe. I would love to be an ARPG streamer personally, but I don't really feel like grinding it out to try to like switch my community up to ARPGs. Fat Butt, thank you for the 35 months. Appreciate it. So, what do we do? What do we do, chat? We got to do something. The entertainment isn't just going to make itself. I'm just in one of those type of ways today. I'm in one of those ways today. Harvester? Harvester is like an 8-9 hour playthrough, bro. I'm not streaming 8 or 9 hours of Harvester unless I just right off the rip start with it. Yeah, it's Sunday. I know we normally do full playthroughs of games on Sunday, but I don't have anything that's like, I mean, I guess there's Hellblade, but do we feel like playing Hellblade today? Not really. I think I'd rather play Elden Ring. Dead Signal? Fuck. I'd rather play Elden Ring. Bro, Dead Signal is just scuffed, man. I can't beat this shit, bro. I'm not a god gamer. This game is just too fucking hard, man. I get so close, I feel, and then I just fuck it all up. This game's fucked, man. Yeah, maybe we just do another boring Elden Ring stream. We are in the DLC, so I mean, we probably beat it with like another day or two of streaming Elden Ring, I think. More than likely. So I probably should just beat it, but I do feel bad. I know there's a lot of people that are not liking the Elden Ring playthrough. And I kind of feel bad because like I get stuck on loops. I keep getting one guide. I feel like that ruins the playthrough a bit too. Yeah, I know. This is what I was trying to say, though. The amount of people that were bitching and moaning, play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring. And then we play Elden Ring, and then, you know, everyone doesn't want to actually, like, watch. They don't like it. It's boring. Then why you guys keep telling me to play it for months on end? I mean, at least it isn't as bad as World of Warcraft. We got that going for us. At least it is not as bad as World of Warcraft. Am I getting sick? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I mean, I've been streaming a lot, and I've been doing long streams. I feel like a tickle in my throat, but I don't feel sick. It's cold out, but I don't think I'm sick. Dude, yeah, I honestly am so glad I have... the last expansion that came out for World of Warcraft is the first expansion I haven't played ever of World of Warcraft. So that felt pretty good. I didn't renew my subscription. Uncle Ruckus? What is Uncle Ruckus doing here? Oh, shit. Some racism about to start happening. All right. Well, I guess we do Elden Ring. Sorry, y'all. I know. It's either we do Elden Ring or we do more reacts, I think. I think I'd rather just do Elden Ring. Unless we have, like, other, like, reacts to do. But we kind of did a bunch of reacts. When's Faith? More than likely, it just depends. Like, if I beat Elden Ring, like, today and tomorrow type shit, I'm not going to stream Tuesday. We might be able to do it, like, on Thursday or Friday, but if we can't get to it Thursday or Friday, I probably won't